All you bitches got to say you need a man. Even when he give you what you need a plan. It's a list of women in demand. I'm nothing like that drum you put your man. What you gotta say? I cook, I clean, I walk, I shut up. I cook, I clean, walk, I shut up. I cook, I clean, I walk, I shut up. It's a list of women in demand. When you get some money, that's all over me. It's one, two, three, all the time. All you bitches got to say you need a man. Even when he give you what you need a plan. It's a list of women in demand. Nothing like that drum you put your man. I cook, clean, I fuck, I shut up.
Excuse me, bitch, pardon me. You underrate me, I just look like this shit a part of me. Now you're chasing who? He ain't running shit. Please stop playing with me. Even though I'm it, nah, bitch, ain't no clown to me. Not fake kicking and that demand. Please get from around me. I get real mad. All that fake shit just made me wanna beat a bitch up real bad. Live that money you got over there, bitch, I'm counting up a real bag. Worry about me, yo, baby daddy, he wanna suck it real bad. Now, bitch, what you said, ho? I can't understand that shit you saying, I'm get some head, ho. I can't understand that shit you was saying, I'm get some bread, ho. Time out you outside, I ain't seen you, must be scared, ho. Time out what you gon' do to me when you see me, this your head, ho. Ayy, this your head, ho. Ayy, this your head, ho. What you said, ho? What you said, ho? You scared, ho? You petty bit, I'm petty bit. If I pull up, what you finna do? Ain't no back and forth, I finish you. You'll get stomped out in these tennis shoes.
I wanted this video to be an example to the flock, okay? Because you have to understand when you look at things, what you're seeing. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, this video will be entitled, The Lesser of Two Evils is Still Evil. The lesser of two evils is still evil. And when you talk about the lesser of two evils, you usually have two things that are bad, and then you find one that you can kind of live with, right? I didn't look up the phrase lesser of two evils, but that's pretty much what it means. You have two things that are both bad, but then you say, well, this is not as bad as the other one. And that's what you see. Now, we've been told by the apostles and the elders, don't get on these Israelite groups anymore about their music, about their rapping and all that. So I personally don't. And I could care less. But recently you saw the ISUPK as part of their Passover. They have a thing called the All Black Party, right? And it's part of their Passover. Okay? Part of it, I don't know exactly how you would phrase it. But anyway, this year you noticed, and this is footage from that, there was a show by this young woman as part of the All Black Party. And the All Black Party is basically everybody wears black everything, right? Which that's also, that's questionable. But, because of the witchcraft aspect. However, at the end of the day, people going to do what they do. We ain't trying to, get ISUPK to stop doing what they doing. This is just an example to the flock, those that watch GMS. Okay, because you may say, well, I kind of like that song. Well, even if you do, the lesser of two evils is still evil. You have the wretched, putrid, filthy hip hop, and then you have this right here. This young woman, she did a song, and I guess it's called a submissive song, something like that. We can go and look it up. It's actually the woman's name is China Monet, and I guess the song is called a submissive anthem. And the line is cook, clean, fuck, and shut up, right? Which I get it. I understand. And some brothers have even, mentioned the song or whatnot. And that's the right frame of mind. For the most part, a submissive woman is what the Most High requires. But in this particular case, when you're going to take that and make that part of your, outsiders that are not in the faith at the Passover is a no-no. But ISUPK they're known for doing that. Right? So you brothers and sisters out there, don't get confused when you see that, because it's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have performances and outsiders at the Passover, but whatever. Just to show you that the music is still... Salakia. It's still pretty much close to the same same stuff though, because I put another little short clip in there from the same artist, China Monet, the same person that made the submissive anthem. She had a song called WUSH, What You Said, Ho. See, what you said, ho, you all saw it. So it's really the same stuff. That one song, just because she put out a submissive song, you Jake go crazy. And what we found out about Israelites as a whole, Israelite men, is that you just crazy over women. You crazy over multiple wives. You crazy over women. You have a lust. You have a spirit of lust, and you want to bring that into the truth. That's why these other congregations are suffering, because you got a lot of women there, and that's a big distraction. Anyway, I put that portion of the video, the what you said, ho, just so you can see that just because the girl made the submissive song, yeah, but she also got other songs, and the other songs is just they're still bad. The lesser of two evils is still evil. Yeah, it's better than what's the girl name, Sexy Red and Sukiana and all the rest of them. But it's cut. They're cut from the same cloth. She just don't believe as being as raunchy and out front. Well, I'll say she don't believe as being as bold as them. But you saw her attire. It's the same mannerisms. It's all the same stuff at the end of the day. And it's still worldly. So the lesser of two evils is still evil. Let's read real quick. Luke 16 and 15. We'll start at 14. It says, And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High. So things that people look upon and they think they're so great in the world, they think that's a great thing for a woman to be bold and witty and, being all up in people's faces and being out front. That's not a great thing. Even if you say, I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. Okay, great. That's one song, but what about the rest of the songs? Women are supposed to be meek, humble, and quiet, okay? Not bold and in your face. This is the NLT. Then he said to them, You like to appear righteous in public, but the Most High knows your hearts. What this world honors is detestable in the sight of the Most High. NIV, he said to them, You are the ones who justify yourselves in the eyes of others, but the Most High knows your hearts. What people value highly is detestable in the Most High's sight. And these men, they value that. They like that, that boldness. And I can imagine that ISUPK thought that was a good idea to have this girl perform at their Passover. And I mean, compared to Sukiana and some of the other stuff, Sexy Red and them, I suppose you could say it's a step up. However, the lesser of two evils is still evil at the end of the day. And I hope you understand that. I ain't going to keep the video going long. It's still of the world, and it doesn't belong in our world. Right? That music has no place in the Hebrew Israelite world, but you have so many people doing that. It's a gimmick. But it's of the world. It says, do not love the world. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Father abideth forever. And we always read that. Us as Hebrew Israelites, we got no dealings with the outside world. They don't belong at our Passovers. They don't belong in our congregations. But you're going to have Jake to do that. From the NLT, 1 John 2:15, do not love this world, nor the things it offers you. For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from this world. And this world is fading away along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what the Most High pleases will live forever. And it's just as simple as that. And we can get the precept here, James 4 verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. Just as plain as it can be. From the NLT version, James 4:4, you adulterers, don't you realize that friendship with the world makes you an enemy of the Most High? I say it again, if you want to be a friend of the world, you make yourself an enemy of the Most High. Right? And I know how Israelites get down. You're going to make a ton of excuses. Well, at least it doesn't matter. And you just know, right? They had to pay her to come. She's an artist. She's an entertainer. She's not, China Monet, the submissive song. You want women to be submissive, but guess what? The law, the scriptures tell them they got to be submissive. You don't need an anthem. You don't need a song to tell women that. But I get it. I do. I really do understand where you're coming from. But again, doesn't belong in our world. The lesser of two evils is still evil. Right? And that title came purely by way of the Holy Spirit, because I wanted to do the video. But hell, I was struggling for a title. I really was struggling for a title, and bam, it just came. So this is Job 14 and verse 4, because Jake seems to think that you can take a version of something in the world, clean it up, and then it can be used for the truth. And it's just not true. Job 14 and 4, it says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. You can't take something clean out of an unclean. It's as ridiculous as when the 1948ers try to say you can have kosher pork or kosher, I don't know, whatever other thing they think. It's as ridiculous as when Christians try to say I'm going to serve the Lord, and after that I'm going to celebrate my birthday or go outside and smoke. I mean, it can't be done. You can't bring a clean thing out of an unclean. It just doesn't work. Okay? Bottom line, it just doesn't work. And I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say on it. Right? And I don't care what you people out there say about this. You other Israelites, we don't make videos for you. This is for our flock. And as long as our sisters and brothers understand, because you'll get confused when you see certain things like, well, you'll be like, okay, I know that it's hip hop and it's at the so-called, Passover or whatever, but what's wrong with it? Well, compared to the other putrid shit, it's a lot better, but it's still bold, it's still brash, it's still cocky, it's still a woman's, being out in the forefront, flailing all about. And you heard the other song, What You Said, Ho, threatening violence, doing all that. It's the same ghetto trash in a different rapper. That's all. Same ghetto trash in a different rapper, and it doesn't belong in our world. The lesser of two evils is still evil. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. Shalom.